everybody. This is another episode of the established 1982 podcast, the geek culture podcast hosted by responsibly irresponsible adults that have loved video games, comic books, movies, and TV ever since 1982. This is your boy Wally. Get off my lawn analog. And I'm joined as always by my homie, the gatekeeper of civility and order. It is Rolls Royce.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Man, listen, it is the season of DC.
Yeah,
It is upon us. It is upon us.
Yeah, they put some
is
hard
the
hitters
season.
out. Right.
And we're here to talk about a particular season of a show, a DC show. This Peacemaker, James Gunn.
Yes.
Is responsible for
right
directing. And now, if you're not familiar with James Gunn, he is responsible for Guardians of the Galaxy, both 1 and 2,
right, on
our beloved MCU lineup. You know, a lineup that rarely misses. As of late, though, they've been missing, but they rarely miss. But James Gunn doesn't miss.
Yeah, I mean,
his gun hits the mark all the time.
A loaded gun.
Yeah. He's a sniper.
Yeah, he wrote this. He directed this movie called Super. He wrote Dawn of the Dead, that Zack Snyder one.
Oh, okay.
Zack Snyder directed it.
Okay,
but he wrote.
Okay.
Dawn of the Dead.
See, I was unaware of that.
Yeah.
And so we're here to review it. This Peacemaker. Mm-hmm. Now, it has been very, very, very difficult as of late to be enthusiastic about anything. Live action DC. It's been tough, man.
Yes.
Live action DC has been tough. It's been hard, and particularly for somebody like me, who, while I love Marvel, I enjoy Marvel. My first introduction into comic books and geek culture in that vein was DC.
Absolutely.
So as a result, I tend to lean DC.
Yeah, cartoons, everything.
Yeah. So thus,
Super Friends, all that stuff.
Right. Thus, I root for DC, and it pains me to see the whooping they taken. You know what I'm saying? And with properties that are every bit as, and if not more popular than some of the Marvel stuff that's been out there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, their heavy hitters are not resonating as loudly as D-list characters in the MCU. And that pains me to see. And it has nothing to do with the characters. It has everything to do with
strategy.
The strategy and the approach that these companies have taken in presenting us with these DC properties. So when we heard that James Gunn was gonna do the Suicide Squad, we were like, okay, I'm excited because we know what James Gunn is capable of.
Yes.
But at the same time, cautiously, I guess, optimistic, because again, it's DC, and how much is Warner Brothers gonna let him do? Are they gonna let him be James Gunn? You see what I'm saying? Are they gonna let him do him? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and just a reminder, remember, he got into...
Oh, my God, he got into some mess over some tweets.
Some old tweets.
Some old tweets somebody dug up.
So DC picked up a draft pick.
Yeah, they did. And they got a free agent because Disney was like, we can't. They canceled him.
Right.
They pretty much canceled him over some old tweets. And
yeah, even the actors were like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah, because some of those Guardians actors was like, I'm not coming back if he's not.
Right.
You know. Right. There's a problem.
And that's a testament to, the culture that he built on that set.
Right. So one man's trash is DC's treasure. They grabbed him up, and we heard about the Suicide Squad. and when it hit HBO Max, it was great. Right. It was hilarious and entertaining and full of action, and the story was good. And it was like, this is classic James Gunn. And they took the reins off when he operates outside of the Disney keep it clean to sell these toys, arena, man. He goes in, and it's so enjoyable.
Right. And I will say that is going to be to me, in my opinion, I feel like that's going to be a strength of DC moving forward with their content.
It's always been.
Because Marvel is, and we'll talk about this later,
about
but Marvel's going to stay in that PG-13 range.
Yep.
And DC is wide open.
Yeah, they don't care.
Depending on the character, they'll ebb and flow in terms of the rating. So like,
correct.
Shazam, it'll be PG-13.
Right.
But Suicide Squad, it's gonna be. It might be rated R because James Gunn bringing the jokes and
the inappropriate jokes, and decapitations, and you get all the gore you can stand.
Right.
So
and they seem to be making it work.
That's right.
To me, they're taking the approach of like the one-off, like just make sure the movie's good, or the property's good.
So, the Suicide Squad came out. It was wonderful.
Right.
And then we were introduced to this litany of characters at the very beginning, which is, spoiler alert, close your ears. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it. Everybody you think that's going to be in this movie, again, spoiler alert, they died at the front.
Right. And then also, too, like, before you watch Peacemaker, I think it's important for you to watch.
You have to watch
the Suicide Squad.
And that's where I was going.
Right.
Because we're introduced to this character.
Right.
And we get an idea of the type of dude he is. But of course, as is custom for good writers, they develop a character when given the opportunity. And this is what Peacemaker was. This was an expose of for who he was and a look into the type of person that he is.
Right.
And so, man, just my initial rating of it across the board, I give it, I would say, an 8.5. And I feel like I still feel like that's low.
Why did you give it 8.5? Just curious.
You know what?
Nothing wrong with 8.5.
No,
but that's a high score for your standards.
Right. Maybe because a part of me is always reluctant to say 10 because
you gave No Way From Home. No Way Home. I did 8.5.
I know I gave it an 8.
You gave it an 8. Okay.
But it was all based on action.
It was too close. Sorry. Yeah. Go ahead. I digress.
That
Go
was
ahead.
Probably too high.
You're right.
But I think it's hard for me to give anything a 10.
Right.
I've only said one movie was a 10, and I still maintain that Captain America: Civil War is a 10 to me. But I think the only thing that hurts Peacemaker is that I really didn't really know him, and maybe that's just me being biased. Like if it was a character that I was much more familiar with,
right?
I would be like, I wasn't raring to see Peacemaker as much as I would be somebody that I was very, very familiar with. But that's not to say that story wasn't amazing.
Right.
That story was good. The action was good. I enjoyed all of it.
Right.
I guess, what was it? 8 episodes?
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, now I'm thinking about it, man. 8.5 might be low, but I'm gonna stay.
You'll stay with it?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay
I'll
with
give
it.
You mine.
I feel like 9 might be too high, but 8.5, 9. I enjoyed the hell out of that show.
Right.
So I mean, I don't have anything bad to say about it. So I guess it's unfair for me to short it, a point to a point, to a half point to a point. But
I mean,
I'll
to
say
your
8.5. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't know them, and it took me a minute to get interested in the characters that were there. But it was Gunn's writing and the humor there that made me care more about them, towards as we progress through.
Right. to your point, no pun intended.
Mm-hmm.
I actually give it a 9.5, and this is why. And that point that you made exactly, like, I had no idea who Peacemaker was. Right. I was like, wow, there's a character called Peacemaker.
Right.
Like, even when he was introduced in Suicide Squad, I was like, there's a character called Peacemaker? What's this? You know?
Yeah.
Now, I knew that James Gunn was attached to it, so I knew that he was an actual comic book character because James Gunn is, I mean, he's an aficionado of comics. So he's pulling characters that actually exist in the DC universe.
I didn't know he was out there. I didn't know who that guy was.
Right. So I actually give it a 9.5 because, again, James Gunn is that guy that makes you care about I mean, you could literally say Peacemaker is a F-list character. Like, you didn't hear about Peacemaker.
No.
So it takes a guy like James Gunn to go into that toy box and pull this character out. Like, I would love to see James Gunn do something with like a GoBots movie and it, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Transformers was the wave,
Plastic Man.
Right, or Plastic Man. James Gunn would be that guy that would make you care about Plastic Man.
Right.
You care nothing about it. E.L. O'Brien. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fact that his name is E.L. O'Brien is enough to just make you laugh. But James Gunn would be able to take that. It would be
hilarious.
Correct. So I'm giving it a 9.5 because James Gunn he has this magical way of taking a character, understanding the character, and then writing it in a way to make you care. Like, for example, like Guardians of the Galaxy, he made it. I had no idea who the Guardians of the Galaxy was. When Marvel announced it, I was like, I don't know. I'll be there, but I wasn't excited. Mm-hmm. But man, that music started playing and the funny jokes and he started off with an emotional beat, and we'll get into that too. He just has a magic formula. He just approaches it differently. He doesn't. He approaches it from a point of view of somebody that's like, hey, I just love comics, and these characters can get an equal. I think we live in a time where it's just like, oh, it's just Superman, Batman, and these primo folks.
Yeah.
Even when we listen to music, oh, it's just about, just the top folks in music. Yeah. And there's all these dope people that are making music.
Right. That we don't hear.
That we don't even hear about.
Yeah. And I need to get better at that because, like I said, I think it's because, and that might be a character flaw on my part, but it's like.
Not necessarily.
It's not one
we've
of the
been
people,
conditioned.
It's hard for me to give even though it probably should get higher than the 8.5. I can't get past that. It's not, like you said, the top 40 on Billboard.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that he's actually pulling.
He's underground hip hop.
It's actually harder. I think
yeah,
it might be harder, or depending on who the person is, it might be easier to pull somebody and go, hey, I'll just give it a shot. Like if you took Superman, it's like, oh, that's some pressure.
Yeah.
There's been several Superman movies before or series before.
Right.
And man, how am I going to step up to the plate with somebody like Peacemaker? It's like, nobody was picking Peacemaker.
No.
Like if they asked James Cameron to come on board to do a character, I guarantee he's going to the top 40. He's not going to pull he's not going to pull a Plastic Man or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So,
no. Yeah. And if you're really the GOAT, you would.
Right.
Right. That's the challenge of it all. It's ironic to me that they can't get it right with people like Kal-El.
Right.
But you see what happens when you dedicate time and effort to even the most uninteresting characters, how much more interesting and entertaining they can be if they would just put that kind of effort and take time with the others. We wouldn't, DC, WB wouldn't be in the position that they're in.
Right. So, I mean, anyway, I give it a 9.5 because he was able to take a D-list character and make me care about this character to the point where it's like, give me season 2.
And they are.
Right.
They've already said.
Bravo.
And indeed.
Yeah, he deserves all the flowers.
And I'm there for it. Can't wait.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and last point, I love how his writing fleshes out not only Peacemaker, but it also fleshes out Amanda Waller.
Yeah, man.
Because there's some you relate to Adebayo. Adebayo is Amanda Waller's daughter. But through her, you get to see the parallel between Peacemaker and his father, which we'll get into, and Amanda Waller and her daughter. So those two people relate. So you flesh out their characters are getting developed, and then everybody around them is getting developed as well. Like even Myrn, who doesn't even like show any kind of emotion,
and you find out
why. So like, just bravo, man. 9.5. I should give it a 10. I don't know why I'm taking 5 points off.
Because I'm hearing you talking. I feel like I'm
to be honest with you, I think it should be a 10 because like there wasn't. In each of the episodes, there wasn't a point where I was like, I can do without this episode. Because a lot of times we watch these series and
there
were
no fillers. There were no fillers.
Right,
man, you right about that.
Right. Because like even I'll take Boba Fett for example. Like there's episodes where it's like, I could have done without this episode.
Yeah, about 5 of them.
Right. Okay. All right. Anyway, let's stay on Peacemaker. I don't want to derail, but yeah.
But yeah, man, you are correct. Now, I think what we appreciate about Peacemaker also is that dude is street level for the most part, right?
Correct.
Like, with some really cool like Batman kind of stuff,
right?
So he's street level and very very. Not
you didn't
very
know that in
often
Suicide Squad. That was an interesting part too. It was like they didn't let on all the gadgets that he had.
No, we didn't realize all those. He was
because I thought he was silly.
He was just walking around with that helmet. We didn't know that it did anything.
Right.
Those he got multiple helmets.
Right. Got an arsenal of
built
stuff.
by a racist.
Right.
A stark raving Nazi.
Yes.
His dad is a crazy person.
Right.
So,
which was a member of the Suicide Squad back in the day.
Crazy.
Right. Yeah. White Dragon.
White Dragon.
Right.
A perfect name for what apparently is a card-carrying Grand Dragon.
Right. And what's interesting about, and this is cool with James Gunn's writing, he basically, White Dragon, his father, is Augie Smith in the show, but he was named somebody else. I forgot what his name was, but like there was a older version of Suicide Squad where his father was a Nazi. And then there was the Ostrander run, which a lot of people jumped on to Suicide. That's a point in the 80s. Yeah, the 80s when John Ostrander wrote Suicide Squad that the White Dragon was just a racist. So he mixed the two and made Augie Smith. So it's like, well, he's not a racist, but to bring it up to this current time, he's just he's a racist that we all know and not necessarily love. Right. Yeah. We that guy. Yeah. Part of the Ku Klux Klan.
Man,
much.
heavy in. Like that dude, he probably served as the president of the local chapter.
Right. Yeah. Like, more than that, like Grand Master.
The whole
county,
country.
Yeah.
The whole nation's leader.
Right. Yeah.
So yes, so the characters, since we're talking about them,
right?
Just the litany of enjoy, and see what is so good about it is the chemistry between all of them.
Correct.
And each one, the chemistry between not just as a group, but maybe this one and that one, and then another one. They gave you an opportunity to see how each one. I mean, it was very. It was very Guardians of the Galaxy like
yes.
Like you said, he has this formula, and this team formula. He seems to thrive when they're kind of misfit-ish and just kind of thrown together, and that's why Suicide Squad works,
right?
And that's why this movie worked, and that's why Peacemaker worked, and that's why Guardians of the Galaxy worked. It's these crazy people that. Who in the world would ever put these people together and expect anything to get done?
And not necessarily crazy, just different personalities.
I know, but some crazy.
Well, some crazy.
Because
like, I mean, if you look at Guardians of the Galaxy, it's like, okay, you have the childhood drama. Like, this kid gets yanked from his mom.
Yeah.
Mom dies of cancer.
And Drax is crazy.
Right, but Drax is crazy in his
naive,
way. Because he's an alien.
Yeah.
You basically put a human with a bunch of
and a talking raccoon. It's just who has a death wish half the time. You know what I'm saying? You're just bloodthirsty rodent.
Yes.
It's just
Right.
Yeah, and so that's what he likes. He likes these unlikely
pairings.
Yeah, and it's
because that's where humor comes in.
Right.
But he finds a way. The one thing I really appreciate about James Gunn is he finds a way not to just be. He's silly.
Right.
In a smart way, but then he also ties the emotion into it.
He brings that, and he'll bring the real in.
Which makes you, because I think when stuff is just really silly, you can just go, I got a good laugh, and then you can dismiss it.
Right.
But when you start tying the real emotion to it, the drama to it, then you start going, well, wait a minute.
Yeah,
I want to.
Like stuff hit, like the whole dye beard thing hit me hard at the end, man.
The bullying and
he just, dude, I'm telling you, like that, the whole time I thought it was just, something to continue to make us laugh. I'm gonna just talk about your poorly dyed beard and how you keep denying that it's dyed. We all know you dye your beard.
Right.
And then when the reason came out,
it was still silly. It was still funny.
But during the time it came out, it was a life and death situation.
Right.
And he had to put himself out there in front of all the people that
and emasculate himself again.
Yes, again. And dude, it was
where you start to feel a little tension, like I should not laugh at this, but I'm laughing. But it was still.
But you know what?
You felt for him.
I didn't laugh. That whole time I'm thinking, man, I was feeling legit sorry for the dude
because you were. And he has an innate ability to make you feel what Peacemaker is feeling.
Yeah.
And if he has the ability to take the audience into the eyes of Peacemaker, because Peacemaker was like, oh, I shouldn't have called this dude Dobby.
Right, man. He's the whole time. They all was hearing it.
Right.
They all were hearing it. And they were all like,
dang. Yeah, this dude's life's pathetic.
He's right. Man, we ought to be nicer to this dude.
Yeah,
man.
He don't got a lot going for him.
Nothing. But us, you know what I mean?
Right.
And man, there's just little stuff like that. Like you said, that he makes the brunt of the joke all through the show.
Right.
But then that part actually was a very integral part of the finale. Like, like that was life and death, and it was completely predicated upon the survival. Of the.
He had to do that in order to live.
Right. And it was genius.
It was
genius.
Right. And then, but he brings it back. He brings you back to laughing where the dude barely jumps over the fence and breaks his whole leg. And you're just laughing again dang, man.
This dude is a clown.
Right.
Dye beard. You back to burning on him again.
They call you Mr. Glass now. You just broke your leg just by barely hitting your leg against the fence. I mean, he barely hit his leg against the fence and his whole leg broke.
Dude, we can't even. What's sad is this is a family show. We can't even talk about the funniest stuff in the show because it's too inappropriate. But my goodness, man, and also because it's science fiction, he being James Gunn has the I guess the freedom to do whatever, because the butterfly alien race is who saw that craziness coming?
No,
but it completely worked.
When they first revealed the butterflies, I was like,
what?
Of course it's James Gunn.
Yeah.
But where are they gonna go with this? This is silly.
What are they doing?
Silly.
And when they explained it, man, and it was like, man, dude, I had read an article, man.
Even the way they took people's lives, it was gross.
Yeah,
it was like,
when
wow,
they were just taking them, we
go into the mouth and just give me that, give me your brain.
So, and I feel like I shouldn't really explain who the butterflies are, right? Because if you're listening to the podcast, more than likely you've watched the whole series and you're not concerned about having it spoiled,
right?
But this alien their whole premise behind what they were doing
right
was absolutely it was heavy, because all through the show you're thinking these butterflies are just all about occupation. They're selfish. They found a new planet.
It's alien invasion.
Yes, an alien invasion. We're gonna take over your bodies. We'll retain the memories of the people whose body we take over, but
doesn't make any better. They still kill the people.
Right. We kill them, but we take them.
Right.
And we're gonna take you over, and we're gonna take your planet back. And then when he explained, that we're doing it because we lost our planet due to the same stuff that you all about to lose your planet over. Right. You don't listen to science. You're killing the environment. You're polluting the air. You don't care, and you're gonna die. Right. So we know better than you. Right. So we're gonna take you over, and we're gonna we're gonna right the wrongs that we made. Correct. And you're getting this in the finale. This conversation between Goff, which was, I guess, he's a King Butterfly. Yeah. Talking to Peacemaker, and Peacemaker has to decide, am I going to help? And I feel like I'm jumping ahead, but I just really had to talk about Gunn and his use of whoever the big bad is. I even read an article that suggested that this should be DC's like Thanos. That's how much some people feel like the butterflies are that significant based on what they were doing, because they were kind of on the same thing. Like, y'all, Thanos was like, you all don't know, you don't know what you did. I'm going to do this for you, to because you don't establish battles. You don't. Y'all are blind. Yeah, you leech and you just suck up resources. You're irresponsible. So I'm gonna do this. Right. And so this alien, dude. I didn't realize how many. I thought there might have been a couple of rogue butterflies out here, and I didn't know it was on the level of an entire race. When they showed that map, of where they all are, which is interesting, because they didn't kill all of those. Like, they're still all over. Yes, and that's what the article was suggesting. They were like, well, maybe they should keep them. Maybe they should make that the thing. Right. I can't imagine they would. Yeah. Or maybe they keep it in. Maybe they keep it in the Peacemaker world, and maybe there's some implications. Hard to do that after your finale and your cameo. That's true. That's true. Hard to do that. I enjoyed that cameo at the end. Yeah, I did. It just lets you know that just to pay off a joke. Yeah. Which was beautiful, because it's like, it was a confirmation that Gunn liked some versions of the Snyderverse, and brought. So what we're referencing is there's a cameo, a really dope cameo of the Justice League appearing, like after all the work has been done. Adebayo makes a mention of the Justice League to her mom and said, "Hey, stuff is going down, and we need backup." Like, and Amanda Waller's like, I can't call the Justice League right now, or she was like, I'm not going to do that. Like, basically hearing her on the phone, like, I'm not going to do that. Right. But they show up late after all this stuff happens, done. Which Peacemaker calls him
makes the Justice League look silly.
Again.
You're late again. Yes.
Right. And so we get Ezra Miller and my man Momoa, Jason Momoa, looking around, just like, oh, and of course they had Superman, but they had him shrouded as well as Wonder Woman,
which I think is dope.
It's dope, yeah. It was still dope
because he was like, I'm still gonna bring them in, still have them occupy the space, but it doesn't have to be the actors if the actors are not gonna, If they're not,
he got two of them,
busy.
Well done. He got two of them there,
Well, they're dialed in. I mean, like Aquaman 3 is coming out. They got
movies coming out.
Sorry, not Aquaman 3. Aquaman 2 is coming out, and then Flash is coming out.
Wonder Woman's dialed in too, though.
Well,
Gal was shooting something else. What is that movie?
She's been in several movies.
She's been in tons of stuff.
Yeah. So she's probably just busy.
So busy, yeah.
Right. And then Henry Cavill is still like,
am I not?
Yeah. Well, he was probably in Witcher. He's probably shooting Witcher when that was happening. So
yeah. But that was a quick shot, though. That would have been really easy to do.
Well, yeah.
It doesn't take all that time.
Well, I read something else where Cyborg was supposed to be in it.
Oh, no. See, man.
And they
scrapped.
The whole Justice League was supposed to show up.
Oh, wow.
Because they had stand-ins for Batman and Cyborg, and I'm assuming this is probably where the studio execs made the call, like, hey, you can't show Cyborg, which I think is unfair.
Yeah, you know what that's about.
Yeah, we won't touch that.
Yeah.
We won't touch that. And then Batman, of course, Ben Affleck. And then the other thing too is, I think timing is important too. And again, this is me, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. I think they're like, no, we want all of our attention to be on this new Batman.
Yes.
So this don't
even
mention Batman.
100% agree. And dare I say, probably, please keep watching Superman and Lois.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which is excellent, by the way.
Yes.
Let's just say what it is.
Right.
Okay. So
yes, that was good. What I want to focus on
is again, Gunn, and like I said, I have a tendency to read more into things than you should.
Mm-hmm.
I tend to do that. I realize at times I may be reaching too deep and pulling too much out of something, and it may not even been the intent. But I will give you what I perceived Peacemaker's dilemma at the end to kind of represent. Okay, so you have the situation. They're going against these butterflies. They are killing humans, left and right, all over.
Right.
Taking over their bodies, and, because it's what's best for us. You don't know, they even made a mention of, you don't follow science. You don't do what you're supposed to do. So we're going to do this for you.
Right.
You got Peacemaker, who was clearly raised by
a racist.
An angry, who would be
the racist of the racist.
Alt-right.
Right.
Conservative.
Yes.
Probably, a supporter of one reality show.
Mm-hmm.
Reality show star on NBC at one point.
Yeah. Donald Trump. Let's call it out.
Supporting, you know what I'm saying? And there are views that they share.
Correct.
So he grew up in that house. Right. And then you got, the butterflies saying, well, y'all don't know better. I just felt like this was one of those situations that mirrors society today, right? Like,
yes.
Let's take the pandemic.
Right.
Right. You got the pandemic.
Correct.
And you got people saying, look, man, for the good of society, you must wear a mask. You must get vaccinated. You must listen to the science.
Right.
People are dying, and we're trying to prevent
death.
Yes.
Just trying to prevent death,
because
period.
We've seen this before in the form of the flu 100 or so years ago. We don't want to do that again. We have a vaccine.
History has proven that
we have it.
Millions of people died from the flu.
Put your mask on. Then you have these other people.
Right.
My civil liberties. You can't tell me what to do.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Right.
I'm my own person.
Right.
So now Peacemaker has this dilemma. Is he gonna help this race of aliens who really, their methods are questionable, to be sure.
Correct.
But the underlying theme is that we are doing this for your own good because you won't do it.
Right.
So we're going to mandate this.
Right.
We're taking extreme measures that seem extreme, certainly, to those on the other side.
Right.
So now Peacemaker he has to go against what he feels is right. Freedom, right? And that's all he talks about: peace and freedom, and all that type of stuff.
Before you get deeper, and you touched on that, that's the beautiful thing about the Peacemaker, seeing his evolution. Like when he was introduced in Suicide Squad, you were like, yeah, this dude's off.
He's crazy. Yeah.
He's crazy. Like, yeah,
something. I'll kill anybody in the name of peace.
Right. What version of peace are you thinking about? Right.
That's representative of America.
Correct.
We will kick in your door and we will do whatever.
Yeah.
For, you know what I mean?
For peace and freedom. Yes.
Freedom.
Right.
It ain't free. We'll kill anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's America in a nutshell.
Right.
He represented that. Like,
right.
he was like a kind of lowered, kind of a more toned down Homelander.
Right.
He and Homelander are kind of the same dude a little bit.
He was a wannabe Captain America pretty much.
Yeah.
But with a
gun.
Right. Yes.
Killing people.
Right.
Right. And so now when he refuses the mask or vaccine, as it were, and, you know, blows the cop away that Goff, the butterfly, had occupied, you're led to believe that, yep, he's that free thinker. You're not gonna, you know, tell me what to do. And then it's revealed that he was concerned about who he now deemed to be his friends on that team the whole time. He was worried of what would happen to them,
right,
if he let them proceed with their mission. And so, like you said, you see the progression of this guy as a person. You thinking he's doing it for another reason. At least this is me. I'm speaking for me.
Let me add to that. So what I thought was beautiful about the evolution, they acknowledged that the butterflies were a problem, right? Mm-hmm. And like in the middle of the show, he captures Goff, right?
Yes.
And he takes care of him.
Yeah.
Even to the end, he's still I see what you're saying.
Right. So he blew the human away.
Right.
Allowing the Goff to escape, the butterfly.
He just provided mercy to Goff.
Yes.
And it was almost an acknowledgement of like, yeah, I hear what you're saying, but it's not the right motive.
Right.
I got to stop this.
It's a compromise.
Yeah, but it was almost like he was staying open, like, okay, I've had my father that has told me this.
Yeah, this or nothing.
This or nothing. You know, and then his father hated him because of some things we'll get into too. But
isn't that the narrative, right? So many of us as
been
human beings is either this side or that side.
Right.
Like, and that's not even realistic.
Right.
It's always in the middle. The truth is always in the middle.
Right.
And that's where he dwelled in there. Like, to your point, is like, okay.
And Goff kept coming back to him.
Yes.
They should be enemies, but Goff came back to him and was like,
hey, man,
hurt.
Can you do something for me?
Yeah,
you know what
I'm starving here. And he gives him whatever little he has left at the end.
Yeah.
And that was a beautiful kind of like encapsulation of like seeing his evolution.
Yeah.
Which is, James Gunn had a way of making you feel sympathetic to him because he's like, oh, his father was a racist. Well, this dude is clearly going to be
a product
like
of
his
his
father.
environment. Yeah.
But you see that there's that internal struggle where it's like, should I call him a villain? He's not a villain. Now, the Suicide Squad is usually a band of villains that they take.
But even then, I mean, you saw Idris's character. I mean, that man had a daughter. And
but he was despicable. He was still, but he was brought up.
His relationship.
His father trained them.
Yeah, he was. They were all broken.
Broken people. Yes.
And that is the foundation of this show. It's like,
and he's showing that Peacemaker is essentially broken. Yes.
We are all broken.
We're all
to the
broken.
point where we can't even meet in the middle anymore. It was either this side or the other side, and no one listens to each other.
Yeah. And ultimately what I'm trying to say is, like, at the end, which made it poetic, that ending poetic, even, and it was artistic because, like, even Eagly, which is hilarious to me.
I loved it.
But it was a representation of how we hold on to values of like the flag and the eagle and stuff like so. Right. He was using it as comic relief, but he was also using it as a symbol of what we're dealing with right now. Yeah. And the show, when he showed that ending, I got chills because it was like he's sitting on his trailer park deal, showing mercy to an alien that was trying to take over the world.
Right.
And then also his
dad
father that is still ingrained in his mind.
Right.
So
he's still struggling.
They basically pose the question to you like, what is this guy going to do?
Right. He doesn't know what to do.
Right. And it's like, yes, give me season 2.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
And the Eagles looking at you like, America.
America, baby.
Right. You know, right.
Right.
That was beautiful.
Right.
Like who does that?
It's like, and it's so crazy because he wanted Eagly to do the right things.
Right.
You want America to do the right thing. And then you take the helmet and you drop it somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Like you
which was hilarious, by the way.
You don't get it right. It's like we want to believe in Eagly.
Right.
You can't.
Right.
You can't believe in Eagly.
Right.
Because he's just a symbol.
Right.
That is not what Eagly is. That is not what America is. As much as you want that to be that, it ain't. Right. America's dropping helmets all over in the wrong place.
Right.
They are.
Right.
You know, it is.
On both sides.
On both sides.
On both
Doesn't
sides.
Doesn't matter side of the aisle. They dropping the helmet all over in the wrong places.
Right. And can't meet in the middle.
And they cannot.
Right. Right.
You still love it, I guess, you know, if you're, you know, like Peacemaker and want to believe in America, but deep down in your heart, you know, you can't trust Eagly. You can't trust him.
And was I reading, like, what was the whole pun about Eagly, like, grabbing the squirrel or the raccoon and then just dropping it? I felt like it had a meaning to it.
That's what something he would like, but he didn't even understand that he don't want this.
Right.
But I feel like I feel like there was some symbolism there that I wasn't.
Like he killed it, but it wasn't going to eat it.
This is for you.
Right.
But it's like, I don't want that.
I don't like that.
I don't want that.
Right. Thank you.
America, stop giving me this. I don't like that.
Right.
I don't want that.
Yeah, I need to watch that again because I remember he did it the first time and he was like, "Yeah, thank you.
Thanks,
that's sweet."
That's all you there. You like that stuff.
Right.
You know, save that. No. So yeah, man. It to me, like I said, I don't feel like I was reading more into it, but I have a tendency to look for more just because, especially if I know the writer is a genius. It's like I know that there's got to be more. You know what I'm saying?
I heard in an interview that he talked about his, like, during the pandemic, he expressed his frustration at our country and how people have these opposing views and not willing to listen to each other at all. So, like, that's what made Adebayo and his character so intriguing because she would call him out on his BS.
Right.
She's going like, you're doing this because of this.
Right.
You're doing this because of your father. Yeah. Your father's a racist. You know that, right? You know, it's like, or you're talking in privilege right now. Yeah. And of course, Peacemaker is giving her, well, yeah, you're silly. I don't see what you're saying because I'm so self-involved.
Yeah.
But even at the end, he's like, no, you're my best friend after Eagly.
Right.
It's like,
Eagly is still my best friend.
Right.
Miracle.
Right. Right.
We're
calling that.
America
we're saying that it's America, but
it's a symbol of America. It's a symbol of America. He loves it.
Right.
And he feels it's been loving him back.
Right.
And he wants it to. Yeah. Absolutely.
Right. So to show that like evolution there is just, it was beautiful to me. Yeah. And it, if people don't see what this dude's trying to say with this show,
if you can, if all you seeing is silly slapstick and you know what I'm saying with some really good fight choreography, man.
Right.
Like really, really good.
Right. Again, I'm the artist, so like I see like graphic design in places. So like even his trailer has the stripes on it, like the American flag.
His car had it.
Right, and then he's sitting in front of it. It's like it's just he just
trying
painted,
to do something. Yeah, he's
it was
trying to
beautiful.
do something.
He just painted like that end scene was like a painting.
Yeah, yeah.
To me,
absolutely.
And I was like, It's
there
like,
it is. There it is.
There it is. Like it was like, yeah. Yeah, man. We haven't even touched about like
we
talked about Vigilante.
We got to talk about Vigilante.
another character that he develops.
Right.
He's silly.
He's silly, but you don't want the smoke.
Right.
From that dude.
Yes.
Vigilante was responsible for a Black History class
right
in the jail
right
in February.
yeah
I mean, he's trying to tell you what all the contributions that blacks have made to society.
right.
Like, he's just not a dude.
And the delivery method, he's doing it to piss
off the racist in the jail,
so he can start create a distraction so he can kill Augie.
Yeah. Even the method he got arrested. Now, this is another thing that I probably read too much into. But arrest me like I'm white. That dude just walked up.
Right.
And
start knocking out.
Just started breaking windows out with a garbage can.
Right.
And they just accosted him and put cuffs on him. And, he was clearly insane. You would think.
That's interesting. I saw that somewhere. Oh, wait. Oh, that was.
Yeah.
The insurrection. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Gotcha. No.
Right. You can't.
They did more than that.
You can't break in here, sir. They would just accost you and walk you into the jail.
Right.
I thought that was funny. And then when he got in there, he's walking through there. He's a very confident. You don't get that from Vigilante at first. You get a really insecure Stan who, Stan for Peacemaker, who is you feel like he's kind of a loser, but you really see that he hones his skills. It's almost like he does everything for Peacemaker's approval. The dude literally got thrown in jail so he could kill his dad, who was in jail because his dad was causing his best friend a lot of grief.
Right.
And if he's not confident in anything else in the world, it's confidence in his ability as a hand-to-hand combatant.
Right.
He doesn't feel like anybody can beat him in hand-to-hand combat, to the point where he purposely is arrested so he can get in there and pick a fight with a room full of convicts.
Right.
You're thinking, man, what are you doing, sir? What are you doing? And we find out. I think,
and even the black prisoner was like, "Oh, he didn't. It wasn't his fault. It was Augie's fault. Like, he was trying to. He was like on his side.
He started.
Yeah, he started.
Because that was the guy that made him get up off the bench.
Right.
He was like, oh, okay, this racist made me get up off the bench. So he was down to see the whooping.
Right.
And he's just standing there like,
he started this.
He earning this.
I love that, man.
Yeah,
it's
man,
just
it's
like
crazy.
Yeah.
So he stirred him up and was serving him up.
Right.
To the point where the white dragon didn't even want any smoke. He was like, oh, no. He of course he hid behind it, like, I don't want to get in trouble in jail. Right. But he didn't strike me as anybody who'd be afraid of getting into a fight in jail.
Right.
With someone who was throwing his racist beliefs in his face. Like, you might have been legit scared. I really like his character because, like I said, they led you to believe that he was a very insecure person, and he was to a degree. But there was one thing he was secure in, was his abilities. Right. And he had some good ones. An excellent sniper, by the way. Mm-hmm. He's very well trained in firearms. This dude's good at a lot of stuff.
Yes. He doesn't need to be a stan of Peacemaker, which is hilarious.
No, that's what's funny. It's like, man, dude, you might be able to get with Peacemaker.
Right.
Easily.
Easily.
Yeah. Like, this guy is legit.
Right.
But he's a real good friend to have.
Right.
In a pinch. Because even when my man couldn't do the work and kill the butterflies at the beginning, and because they were children.
Right.
He was like, well, I'll do it for you because you're my friend. Right. And I'll kill him for you. Right. And was very efficient.
Yeah.
So I liked his character a lot. I did. He dare I say, he stole a lot of scenes because of who he was. Right. And we were waiting for him to be on screen. Right. Looking like Napoleon Dynamite, but would twist you up.
Right.
So, yeah, he was great. I wouldn't mind a show with him. Of course, it probably wouldn't work because he needs to be the stand.
Yeah.
So I don't know how well he would hold a show by himself, but Just bring him back next season.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that was a beautiful thing. I think because of the success, I'm assuming the success of Peacemaker, I'm assuming it made some good, strong numbers. Because they greenlit season 2.
Right away.
Right.
Like, right away.
Right. So, and this was before the season finale.
Yeah, it wasn't.
So they got confirmation that, hey,
we need some more.
These numbers are strong.
We need some more,
yeah. Because if the numbers weren't strong, they wouldn't be a season 2. Also, they also said that he can do another series, like a whole nother character if he wanted to.
Who would? I'd watch his Plastic Man because they had kind of.
He's about the only person that could
do it,
pull it off.
He's the only one that could do it. He would have to get like what were they trying to rumor that Marlon Wayans or something like that doing Plastic Man or something stupid
I
like that.
I don't.
He would have to get like this hilarious comedian to do it, right? To be Plastic Man. Why are we talking like this is gonna happen? But if he did it, I'd be there.
Right. Yeah. If James Gunn is attached to anything, I'm watching it.
Yeah. Especially if it's supposed to be this.
And I haven't. And I'm ashamed to say I haven't seen Super yet. I heard it's good. It didn't get a lot of like praise, but I heard it was really good. Yeah. But all the characters were great. I mean, even down to the cops and like it's just
there were no holes.
Right.
There were no holes in the show.
Right. I mean, the writing was like ironclad. Like there wasn't. I mean, I guess somebody could go, well, they didn't, develop Judo Master or something like that.
Oh, why are we not talking about Judo Master? So he's a butterfly, correct? Am I to assume he gotta be?
No,
he's not.
No, they convinced she.
Okay, did I miss something?
Yeah. So when she was when Song, that was a cop.
The cop,
name. Yeah, but Goff had taken over Song, and Goff was like pleading with Peacemaker. And that was even beautiful when they were like, be our Peacemaker. Mm-hmm. Like they already knew what he was about.
Yeah.
And then to show that was the thing that we didn't mention, that like there was a traumatic event that set him on this course to be Peacemaker, right? He had killed his brother accidentally
in orchestrated fist fights between he and his brother orchestrated by his dad. Like,
right.
That part threw me off a little bit.
What's the racist thinking of like the strongest survives?
Fight your brother. But then you get mad when he does exactly what you want him to do.
Right. Yeah, brother has a seizure and dies. He hits him too hard or something like that.
Yeah.
And I thought it was more to it, but it wasn't.
No.
Yeah, I thought it was like something like, oh, well, he actually has superpowers or something.
No.
Like I thought,
no, he
just hit him the right.
Yeah.
He hit him the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
But he makes a vow. He prays to God. Mm-hmm. Like that's. Mm-hmm. He literally gets on his knees and prays. Mm-hmm. Like everything that I do from now on needs to be, for peace. So now he's OCD about the dove. Anyway, long story short, that ties into what Goff is trying to tell him to do.
Right.
He still is like,
for peace. You need to do honor your oath.
Right. He makes a stand to not, because if he still was stuck on that, like that was an internal struggle. If he was still stuck on that, he would have said, oh, well, we make the cow live and y'all can just take over. But he was like, no, this ain't right.
Something's not right.
Yeah, so I have to go against my own code.
Right.
So, so when Goff was basically explaining why they were doing what they were doing, that he was basically saying that we convinced Judo Master what we were doing, and he, I guess, basically signed on because he was protecting. Yeah, he was protecting the butterflies.
Yeah.
So that's why he was crying at the end, because it was like their plan went. They're gone.
Yeah, that's right. Right. See, I was thinking he was one of them, and okay, gotcha.
I could be assuming wrong, but it didn't seem like he was. It sounded like they convinced him.
Yeah.
Not take him by force, because then.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they just felt like they didn't care who they were taking.
Right.
Like, especially somebody like that guy. Like, he's
right.
dope. Get him.
Right, and he was eating Cheetos too because they don't eat Cheetos.
That's right.
Right,
You're right.
They have to eat that
stuff.
They can't eat.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he always had a bag of Cheetos. That was weird, but yeah, that's James Gunn.
Right, but that might have been a way to distinguch, like he's not a butterfly.
Right. Yep.
To show that because he was eating Cheetos even in crying. He was eating Cheetos. Right.
Because they don't show emotion.
Right. That's true. Yeah. So that was another thing too.
Yep, there was. Yeah. That dude was just dope.
So they convinced him that what they were doing was right. And
so
he just signed on.
Take your
Right. So they did a compelling argument with him. So
interesting. Yeah, man. See, it just gets even better. Okay. Yeah, man. Check out that Peacemaker.
Yeah, I mean James Gunn is meticulous. Like for example, the one thing I appreciate about him, like with Guardians of the Galaxy, was he actually got the book of the making of Guardians, the art of Guardians of the Galaxy. He cataloged every species of alien in the movie, like wrote a Bible basically saying this is what that alien could walk in the frame for like 2 minutes or 2 seconds, and he had like a breakdown of each alien species in his world. I mean, that's how dope this dude is.
See, world building is tough.
Right.
It's hard enough to write a story. I mean, it's hard to write a story. It's even harder to like create a world completely separate from what you're familiar with in Earth.
Right.
Like just make stuff up.
Right.
And have a system, whether it be an ecosystem or some type of
how the Nova Corps operates.
Yeah.
The planets, the different planets.
Yeah, that's hard work, man.
Right.
That's on some N.K. Jemisin kind of stuff. That's hard.
I believe Marvel Studios leaned on him to build out, because you got to remember that was a movie that I know we're getting off of Peacemaker, but
space.
Yeah, that took them into space.
Yes.
So like he helped flesh that world out.
Yeah, had to.
So yeah, man.
He had to go beyond the Midgard, as it were.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Gunn is a genius.
Yeah, I like him a lot.
Yeah.
The funniest moment. I'll say this, and we could shut up about it.
I can't even mention my funniest moment.
The human torpedo helmet.
That was funny.
Well, it started when when Harcourt was down, which I was like, I felt bad.
I thought she was gonna die.
Yeah. Which was that whole scene was really cool. The action scene.
Boy.
It was the best.
It was the best.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, he's throwing shields and she's shooting people. He's bouncing people. Right.
And your boy coming through, Vigilante coming through with the sword and just
working every
waste. I'm like, this is it, man.
Right. But then Adebayo going through and just double gunning it.
Right.
And
she was, I'm made for this.
She was surgical.
Yes, you putting me to work.
Right. Which it's funny at the beginning of the show.
She's like, I couldn't kill anybody, but when the chips are down.
Yeah. Well, it's butterflies now, so
it's time. Yeah, we're gonna shoot everybody.
Right. Yeah, but when she puts this helmet on, and she was like,
helmet.
The thing that cracked me up the most was she was going down the steps and she was just like, be with me, baby Jesus. And I was just like, oh my God.
She said, baby Jesus.
Baby Jesus. And I lost it. I didn't catch it the first time, but I saw it the second time when she said, save me, baby Jesus. I was like, oh my gosh. I lost it. And then she had the helmet on.
She had the helmet on, looking crazy.
And she said, activate human torpedo. And he was like, no,
don't do that.
And she flew around them
to the wall and went limp.
And then he just looked at her like,
oh no.
Like he just like when they were walking, he just like literally almost walked over her body. Like I told you don't do it. And then he did it again, and she was like, whoa. And then that was
went into the cow.
I don't know if that was symbolism there, using the black person to kill off the cow, like, but it was just like, it was slapstick, but it was
poetic justice, though.
But it was hilarious. It was hilarious.
It was funny. It was so stupid. It's so stupid. So stupid.
Just the way her body, it was like she couldn't control her body. It was just like she was getting dragged. I was dying. I was crying, man.
I can't tell you how many times throughout this show that I had to stop. You just pause the show, and many times I rewound it. Like
Suicide Squad was like that too. Yeah, when Weasel died, or supposedly died. Oh man, I lost it.
Yeah, the beginning. Oh my God, dude. When they were driving, when Peacemaker and them was driving, and they were going over the debrief on what they were gonna do with the mission, and she had that iPad out.
Oh yes.
And my God, when she was scrolling through I can't even go into it because it's a family show, bro. I was.
You talking about the babies and stuff? Wait. That was one part, and then the other part when she showed something else.
Yeah, when the wrong
picture
came up, bro, man, dude, I was, man, I was complete. I needed to be admitted, dude. Like I was in stitches. I rewound that part just because I wanted to.
Peacemaker's
reactions and his comments that I just could not get past. Everybody was laughing at her, and she was like frantic, trying to going on this long rabbit hole.
And Vigilante doesn't make it any better because he's adding to it.
They're all laughing. My man,
was he in there?
I think he was, and I think Diebeard was in the driving and turning around laughing because he caught a. He's
like, I told you, you got to update the iPad.
You can't put it on the cloud, homie. It's updating it.
All right, John Economos. Which is hilarious.
Man, I hollered, dude. Oh my God, that was probably the funniest part for me in the whole show. But there were so many funny parts.
Right.
There were so many. Like you found yourself laughing constantly.
Right. Even that was even poetic. Like when they got to and when they were showing each character's like, okay, Vigilante just walks out the hospital, which is hilarious.
Right.
Just jumps out the window.
I'm done.
Right.
Yeah.
But Economos went back to Belle Reve and was like,
well, back to work.
It's like, wow.
Back to my pathetic life.
Right.
Nothing's changed.
After stuff blew up.
Saving the world.
Well, no, this is after Belle Reve, like,
yes,
Adebayo blew.
Yeah, there's nothing in there.
She blew the cover.
Down. Yeah.
There's ramifications of that, which is crazy. She blew.
Yeah, she went on the news and was like,
she blew Amanda Waller's cover.
Yeah, like she's not, she doesn't have any leverage anymore. Yeah. It's crazy. But he went back to work because that's his life.
Right.
It's a dead end job.
Like I know you just blew my life up, but
I don't have anywhere else to go.
Let me clock in.
Punch the clock, baby.
Right.
Yeah, that was kind of sad again.
Yeah. Anyway, man, excellent series. You should watch. Like, highly recommend that you watch it.
Yeah.
Watch Suicide Squad.
But you have to watch it first.
The Suicide Squad by James Gunn first, and then watch Peacemaker to get a complete, story.
You got to understand Peacemaker. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I like how they went back to the movie. That was excellent too.
Yeah, because you had to kind of understand. Like, you still have to go see the movie, but it did give you a little insight.
Right.
Type of dude he was. But yeah, man. Yeah, he's a genius, dude.
Right.
He's a genius, dude.
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing to say about it. Yeah. So, yep.
Yeah. Hopefully there's some more. I mean, it's almost like he could literally create a universe off of Suicide Squad if he wanted to.
Yeah, he could.
And Amanda Waller, which I find intriguing.
How are they gonna? Yeah, because if her cover is blown in her operation, she would have to. How do you rebuild that?
But it's Amanda Waller, so it's like I would love to see her in that situation and how she
get out of it.
Because I mean, you got to understand, she's in the background, like talking to Justice League folks.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
So she got connected. She's well connected. She got
to do something. Yeah.
Yeah, she'll clean that up.
Yeah. I'm sure her and her daughter don't have a very good relationship right now after that.
Right.
It kind of sucks. That's a show by itself.
I know.
Jeez.
I know.
So.
I was afraid that when they were showing her scene that there was going to be somebody pop.
Right.
Like, you know.
Yeah, I got a new initiative.
Right. I'm
going
to kill her and the dogs. Like, Lukey and Dookie. Whatever the dog's name was.
I just that Lukey and Dookie is funny to me. So yeah, we go with it.
That's from Bad Boys. If you watch Bad Boys,
right?
So,
okay.
Yeah, if you watch the first Bad Boys, you'll get the reference.
Yes, Lukey and Dookie.
Right.
Boy, you reached back for that one. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Good
movie.
Yeah. The first one, yeah.
Yeah.
Did I tell you I started watching
what?
The third one?
Oh,
man. I've not finished it, but yeah, I've started. Yeah,
okay.
I started. Yeah.
We should revisit that. We should talk about that.
I started watching For Life.
Okay.
I have.
Man, I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you, man.
Proud of you, man. Beating my chest,
I'm
man.
Gonna finish. It's just been so much other stuff. You know me, I be watching stuff in pieces.
But
what I've seen, I've not had a problem with.
Okay.
I've enjoyed thus far.
Hey, Will Smith gave you that new Bel Air.
Yeah. That's a must watch too.
Yes.
You're getting all the way out the rails.
Yeah.
That show's dope.
Yes.
But we won't talk about that. That's not fair to the public.
Right.
All right, but speaking of the public, we thank you for being supporters
out
on patreon.com/EST1982podcast.com if you are indeed a Patreon patron. So thank you so much for that. And if not, you can join by using that website to go visit and pledge as little as $1 to keep the lights on for the Established 1982 podcast. And even if not, we thank you for just listening on whatever platform you listen to your podcast, wherever you get your podcast. We're out there on the Gram and Facebook at EST92, 1982.com. Oh, no, EST1982 podcast. EST1982podcast.com is the website that is managed by the one and only Gatekeeper.
New updates are coming.
In order.
Yes.
Yes. So be on the lookout for that again.
Repackaging of podcasts.
Repackaging of podcasts. And about to make a few changes. We're not going to go into the changes that are about to transpire down here at the EST 1982 Podcast Studios. But let me tell you something.
We're excited.
We're beyond excited.
Yes.
About the changes that are about to occur. For the better, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Yep. It's sea walk in the floor excitement. It's sea walk dance. You just want to get up and shuffle.
Right.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout for that, man. There'll be some changes on the podcast, and you're gonna love it. So, yeah. Stay with us, and we appreciate you for rolling with us as long as you have. And so until next time, people, we'll holler at you.
Peace.